Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to the video. This is Fishman Vlog number 145, and it's finally time to move these guys. I'm talking about the babies, of course. There's Mom. You can notice right around where the red spot is in her belly, it's getting nice and swollen again. And as she turns here, you're going to see she's beginning to drop an ovipositor. So that means she's thinking about breeding again. And I was watching her behavior, and she does periodically, chase her young ones around, trying to, well, get them out of the nest. I recorded, I think, about 6 minutes of this altogether. I'm not going to show it, obviously, all to you, but I am going to try and show you a couple of spots. She's not really what I would call aggressive. Like, she's not hurting them at all. You can see all their fins are fine. But she does seem to made up her mind. She wants to have another batch, and these guys are in the way, so she is giving them a bit of a chase every now and then. The next clip, I think, shows a little bit of that. There you go. See, it's not like horribly aggressive, but she is trying to get them out of there, and that is, like I said, the best indicator. It's time to move them out because she wants to breed, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to, just take the lid off the tank, get a net going, set up a camera, and catch all the babies out and put them in another aquarium. One of the problems I had in this process was I am behind, let's say, in getting my aquariums all up and doing what they should be doing. See, that's a very gentle push, that one. But I do need to get them somewhere, so I'm going to put them in with some of the platies. I do want to get them their own aquarium, of course. I don't want a whole lot of these guys, but I've gone to the point of raising them to this level. It seems like a shame not to raise them all the way. So I'm just going to dip in a little tub here, and then I'm going to speed this up because it takes about 2-3 minutes to catch them all, and I'm going to just give it to you in 2 times. I find 2 times speed works better. You don't really miss anything, and of course just gets it through a lot faster. So there's their breeding container. I also checked to make sure there's no eggs in there. I wasn't concerned really because she's just getting to the point now where she's thinking about breeding, and the odds of there being eggs in there are really, really slim. Fortunately, they don't know what a net is, so the first scoop pretty much gets them all. We're going to do another 2, I think. The first 2 get almost everybody. There's 1 or 2 that went underneath the filter you see in the back, and I wasn't going to bother trying to fish them out. I'm not too concerned about 1 or 2 like that. I don't think she's going to kill them or anything. And in time, if they come near the front of the tank, I'll just fish them out. There you go. As simple as that is. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move them over into the second platy tank, the one that I had used, which just seems kind of ironic now that I think about it, used to thin out the ones that were in the first tank that had all the baby platies. Now, there is a lot of room in that tank, so it's not really a big issue, but I really do need to get onto all this stuff. I mean, you get so behind sometimes in the amount of work you need to do in your fish room that sometimes it seems really daunting. One of the things I really like about the kribensis and that style of cichlid is they don't have a lot of fry. And this is nice. This is a nice batch. It's manageable. Some of the South Americans can have hundreds and hundreds of them. The ones that I have bred, like the convicts and red devils, are even worse. And you end up with so many fry, it's just impossible to do anything with them all. But this is a manageable number. I'll raise these guys up, and then I'll find a home for them. So there you go. That's one of the things I needed to do done. There's quite a few other things that need to be done. One of them is this. I finally moved the Danios out of here. These were the leopard Danios, and they were doing really, really well. I put some Java moss in here, and I left them in here for a very long time. Longer than necessary, of course. I assume there's some eggs in there somewhere. And I moved all the adults over into here. This is the first batch I had raised. And you can see they're a good size. And they're going to do the same thing in here. In the next couple of days, I will check this tank and see if there are any little slivers of baby Daniels swimming around. If there are, I'm going to put some infusoria in there and raise them up. And I think I'm going to try breeding them this way for a while. I noticed in the adult tank, the ones that were the parents of these guys, there are some fry just swimming around. Like there's so much Java moss in that tank that some of the fry survive. Not enough for any kind of real breeding, but it's enough for most of what I do. So anyway, we'll raise them up and we'll see what happens. This is the colony I recently set up because I really like two of the males that are in here, and this is the first batch they had. Now obviously these are not from those males. I'm going to keep an eye on them. I'm not really trying to line breed. If I were, all these babies would have to come out right away, and then I would have to separate the males from the females the second they show any kind of indication of gender, but I'm not that anal about it. I'm just going to, if I see a obvious male like that one, I think is going to be one right there, I will pull him out and let these guys, especially this one here, as I really like this fish, let them do their thing. Now, remember, in the last video I had scooped all of the duckweed I could find, and then I'm going to push it down. You can see it's all back. Someone made a good comment about using a comb to try and remove it instead of a net in my usual dipping method, and I give that a try one as a little bit more, which seems kind of stupid because I'm trying to get rid of it, not trying to let it grow enough to test it into theory, but that's fine. We'll do that and we'll see how that goes. These guys are doing really well in here, and they get mobbed by guppies all the time. I mean, I like that little school of guppies, but they haven't done anything other than root around in the sand. They're fine. We'll see in time. I'll keep doing some water changes and see if I can trigger them to breed as spring gets a little bit closer. And speaking of projects that are just getting to the point of, well, ludicrousness, if that's a word, this is so beyond overgrown now that it's just silly. Anyway, I need to clean that all out. It is a serious project, so I'm gonna have to probably do that for like next video or whatever. This is doing well. You'll notice there's some bubbles forming in the surface and whatnot. It means I need to do a water change. It's not quite balanced or anything yet, of course. It is almost, as some people like to call, cycled, but it still needs to a long way for it to get to where I want it to be. That's fine. It's a work in progress. I want to end up the video with this because I really like these guys. I know they're just plain silver angels, but to me it's an absolutely lovely fish. I have a few of them in here, and I am going to get them in their own aquarium and definitely going to see if they can get a pair of them anyway. So thank you very much for watching. Leave comments, let me know what you think of everything. I've been very busy with both of my jobs now, so I'm behind my videos. Sorry about that, but I will get to them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.